everybody. So today's discussion is going to be on flexible dieting, aka macro.
Before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe.
And make sure to leave those comments in the comment section. I always like to discuss the word diet. Usually people associate dieting with losing weight or something extreme or putting a name behind it, Paleo, Atkins, these types of things. The truth is a diet is just what we eat on a daily basis. So moving on, we're going to get into some details. What are macros exactly? So macros stand for macronutrients. So there are three major macronutrients: proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So they are nutrients that provide calories or energy. Large amounts are required to sustain life, hence the term macro, meaning large. So we're going to get into each one. Protein. So protein is essential for the maintenance and the building of body tissues and muscle. Proteins are made up of small compounds, which are called amino acids. Fats. So fat, they are essential to give your body energy and to support cell growth. They also help to protect your organs and help keep your body warm. Fats help your body absorb some nutrients and produce important hormones. This is especially important when you want to think about reproductive health and hormone regulation. If you have an imbalance in your fats, it can throw off your hormones. So just keep that in mind. Lastly, the one that everybody either loves or hates is carbs.
I love it.
I love it. Give me more of it. So carbs, they actually provide fuel for the central nervous system, CNS. The central nervous system makes everything in your body happen. And it also provides energy for working muscles. They help prevent proteins from being used as an energy source and enable fat metabolization. They're very important for brain functioning. Next, macros converted to calories.
How, Sway?
So this is just to give you an overview. Again, you're not going to master macros with one video, but this is just to kind of give you an idea. So 1 gram of protein is equivalent to 4 calories. So I know that when it comes to food, you'll hear people say, watch your calories, count your calories. But what they're really saying is if you were to add up the number of grams of protein that you eat each day, along with the number of grams of fat that you eat in each day, along with the grams of carbs that you eat in each day, using these formulas, it would equate to the total number of calories that you're eating or taking in. So again, 1 gram of protein
is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories. So 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of fat.
So when we're thinking about calories, you want to keep in mind if your goal is to gain weight or to lose weight, you would want to eat in excess 3,500 pounds for every pound that you'd like to gain in a positive, and you'd want to have a deficit of 3,500 calories for every pound that you plan to lose. Now, I know people feel like you're just going to eat one way or the other, but it's important to know what you're putting into your body so you can take this number into account and do the math.
And on top of that, think about when you lose 5 pounds, don't just say, oh, I only lost 5 pounds. Look at the number on what that 1 pound is in terms of how many calories.
And how much work you put in.
Yes.
Now a closer look at macros. So, it's easy for us to overeat, especially when we're just living our best life,
Facts.
We doing brunches, we got the hookah going, we're not even thinking, yo, throw salt on this, we just living our best.
Give me that too.
Give me that, yo, 2 of those. But I want you guys to think about some things if you're not eating enough. And I know protein is the most difficult thing to eat because it makes you feel full faster. It takes time to prepare, it costs more. So if you have insufficient protein in your diet, you want to understand that it's going to reduce your lean body mass. Lean body mass being that muscle that, basically you want to have nice body composition, which we'll kind of touch on later. So it's going to reduce lean body mass. It's going to reduce your muscle strength and muscle function. It may cause muscle cramping, weakness, and soreness, and muscle cannibalization if protein intake is too low. What that basically means is that if you're not providing your body enough of the branched chain amino acids it needs to rebuild and maintain itself, it's going to start using your muscles for fuel for your body.
Fats. Insufficient fat in your diet increase risk of diabetes and heart disease. Disrupt your insulin sensitivity, blood sugar levels. You will feel hungry all day. Energy levels fluctuate.
Yes. And again, insufficient fats, again, for ladies, I can't stress this enough.
It's very important for you to have fats.
Yeah, but when we're thinking fats, there's healthy fats and there's unhealthy
Yes.
fats. So, we'll get into that in a later
Yes.
video, but just keep that in mind. And then last but certainly not least, carbohydrates. So insufficient carbs in your diet lead to blood sugar levels that may drop below the normal range. This may cause hypoglycemia. This also causes your body to burn fat as energy, which is also known as ketosis. So I know that a lot of people subscribe to the keto diet, which is getting your body into a state of ketosis. But I want you to understand that there are some drawbacks to doing so. So symptoms of severe ketosis include mental fatigue, bad breath, you can't chew gum all day, nausea, headaches, joint pain, and kidney stones. So these are just some things to consider as well.
Excessive macronutrients. Too much protein stored as fat may cause strain on your kidneys, which could lead to dehydration, may cause constipation and other digestion issues.
You want to think about strain on your kidneys, dehydration. Right now, we already realize that most people are dehydrated as is, and a lot of people are eating high protein diets. So that's just going to further the dehydration in the body. Constipation and other digestion issues. Many people have irregular bowel movements. They may not have a bowel movement every day. They may have one once a week. So think about how long it takes for your body to break down protein, to move it through your system. That's another thing to consider. Too much fat. Excessive saturated fats can raise your bad LDL cholesterol, which puts you at increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Of course, weight gain is a byproduct of excessive fat. And this is incredibly important because when we talk about obesity, or when you hear physicians discuss obesity, they talk about all the health complications as a result of being obese. So excess fat in the body causes damage to the organs, especially putting a lot of strain on your heart and liver, which are two major, they're all major organs, but heart and liver are extremely important for your daily life functioning.
Too many carbs place large metabolic load on the body, weight gain, increased risk of diabetes and heart disease.
Now, of course, when it comes to carbs, carbs are the most fun to eat. When we think about carbs of the average person, they may consider rice, they're thinking breads, they're thinking cakes, all fries, all these types of foods. The thing about carbs is any carb that you do not burn for energy turns to
fats. Fat loss versus weight loss. Look at that picture. Take a second to look at that picture. Each of these women weigh the same weight. They're all 150 pounds. And look at the difference in their composition.
Yeah, so it's important to note that a lot of people are so driven by a certain number they want to see. But if we would ask our clients, do you want to be 100 and X amount of pounds, or do you want to look and have the body like J-Lo? 99% of the people we would survey would say, I want to look like this. Yep. So there's got to be some pattern to that. Think about that. You think about a number, but is it the number or is it a look that you visualize? Because when you're thinking about how you want to look, you're never saying, I can't wait to look at what 145 looks like. It's always, I want my hips to feel like this. I want my waist to feel like this. I want my arms and legs to look and feel this way. So we want you guys to understand that the scale is just a number. We want you to focus on body composition. So fat loss with correct nutrition and training.
Improved fitness, greater strength, peak performance, delayed aging, reduced risk of diseases. Weight loss by crash dieting and improper training. Decreased fitness, decreased strength, poor performance. Early aging, reduced immunity.
Nobody wants to get old fast.
Nope.
But that's a good way to tell somebody's overall health, is to see how they look.
Yeah.
That's why you don't ask somebody, you don't ever guess. Never guess somebody's age. And if you do, always give them a 5-year underestimate.
And usually 90% of the people that actually look young, but they're really older in age, they're active. What happens when you don't eat enough? We all know that. Starvation mode. Your body goes into starvation mode. Your body naturally responds to long-term calorie restriction.
So why is it that so many people are walking around in starvation mode?
Because people think that the less calories you consume, the more weight you lose.
Well, I can understand that train of thought. It's like, okay, if I put less food in my body, naturally I'm going to just drop weight. But the body is millions of years old. Our DNA is millions of years old. We've made, so many adaptations over all those years that our bodies are perfectly designed to survive. So they adapt. So the body responds to reduced calorie intake by reducing your calorie expenditure. Basically, summing it up, your metabolism slows down. That it's not getting enough food, it's going to slow down your bodily functions. It's going to use, when your phone battery dies and then it goes into energy saving mode? That's basically the same thing that your body does when it's not getting enough food. Yep. So it doesn't matter if you work out 2 hours a day, if you're doing a bunch of stuff, none of that stuff is going to get you the results you want because your body doesn't have the fuel that it needs. And in fact, it may even slow it down further because you're burning even more.
Absolutely. Failing to eat enough food will actually work against you. Another example, if you're in starvation mode and you pick up something healthy, let's say you want to eat an apple, that apple is going to be stored in the fat department. Why? Because it's in starvation mode. Your body doesn't know what to do.
And lastly, how do you actually track macros? So you see two things that we have here as a visual. There's a great tool, MyFitnessPal, which we're going to teach you in further videos and discussions. And also you see digital food scale. These two components are essential to mastering and learning how to track your food, and also it'll help you understand portion control, learn what your body responds to certain foods. You'll actually you'll be more connected to your physical being by doing this process. So in the future, we're going to make another video going a little bit further, and we'll have a series of videos
in detail
tapping into different aspects of this.
But for now, play around with the app, scan things.
Again, we discussed what the macronutrients are. We discussed the big three, which are proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. A little homework assignment would be, I want you guys to go look up healthy proteins, healthy fats, and healthy carbohydrates. And when it comes to carbohydrates, we want you to investigate what simple carbohydrates are and complex carbohydrates are, because we will be having discussions with you in the future just to see.
And come up with a list, write them down.
And go on this journey and be curious and explore and educate yourselves, because this is something that you could take for the rest of your life.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share our video.
And definitely don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Tell us what you thought of the video, what other content you'd like to see from us, and then if you have any questions that we can address in other videos, please put them in the comment section.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.